We all know that's coming. They said that it was coming. It came in my hands. We have the Meze Alba in white color. It's white. So yeah, that was so bad. Today we take a look at Meze Audio's new most affordable offering, the Alba. The Alba is an interesting one from Meze and has included some rather interesting case candies. Anyways, again, the challenge is on. If this video gets 1000 likes from the day I post this, I will have someone else be on the show. Starting with unboxing, things are pretty white on the Alba that features a white box on some whites on some silvery motif. Oh yes, Alba apparently means first light in Romanian, so I can see where the whiteness is coming from. The box is literally a white box with nothing much going on it. Opening the box, you are then greeted by the literature. It's quite nice that they have given you an instruction booklet on how to put the ear tips on. It's like a guide on how to put your pants on. I really much needed it as a kid. Below that are the earphones themselves, but more on that later. First, let's talk about the case that is provided. Meze says that these are an eco-leather pouch. Yep, that's a nice way of saying PU, but not to digress, I like the zipper on these as they appear flush with zippery things facing the inside rather than out. It is a nice case and one that you should use with the Alba. Also, you get a set of ear tips on the Alba. I use the large one here as it feels more like a medium from other brands. Ear tips here are pretty decent. The medium ones are actually kinda a little bit small. Not included in the case, but Meze has provided them anyways, would be a Type-C DAC amp. I would say that it is really nice that Meze has included this. This DAC amp that is provided matches well with the character of the Alba. It is a little spicy on the treble region, which synergizes well with the Alba, which tends to be a little bit laid back. Build quality. Okay, here is the thing. From the B-rolls that I usually do, you might have noted that there is a chip on the finish of my unit. I've got no idea how this happened. For those of you who know me, I usually just toss all my IEMs into a bag and they could have been banging around in there. I do not baby my IEMs that much, so I don't ill-treat them. They are just not babied. And so this problem might be specific to me. The Alba has the vortex shape that I find pretty cool that was also on the advert that they previously released. It doubles as a backport for the driver as well. Chassis of the Alba is made from zinc alloy. It provides quite a sturdy hand feel. It is adequately weighty, and towards the back of the IEM is the Meze logo, the lyre, in quite a inconspicuous location. The chassis is finished in a white sparkly finish that is pretty nice. Meze calls this finish pearl. Also, the Alba features a 2-pin termination for easy cable swaps. Under the hood is a 10.8mm dynamic driver. Not much more information about them though. Cable here is a silver-plated copper cable with 4 cores that is braided. Quality-wise, they are decent and the looks of the cable matches well with the snow white aesthetics of the Alba. The right side of the 2-pin is marked with some red bits which makes them super easy to locate when trying to figure out which is the right side. Sound quality. The intention of the Alba is probably to attract new eyes to the Meze brand, as I must say that the Alba is tuned to be ultra friendly. It features a warm, easy to like signature that for most people who are new to the hobby would find pleasing. I would say that the Alba is a U-shaped signature that is a little thicker sounding on the bass end. Also, Meze has a 4.4mm version of their stock cable as well. If you have a beefy dongle that has a 4.4mm output, I would suggest that you use that instead of the 3.5mm output, as generally 4.4mm outputs have more power by comparison and would be able to drive your IEMs better, including the Alba. I like that Meze has opted to use a single dynamic driver here, as to me, it offers the best blend of dynamics and tone, and the Alba delivers just that. Technicalities on the Alba is pretty average. I tried it with different sources including their included DAC, a Luxury and Precision W4, as well as my Lotto Pogo Touch, but it all renders them about the same. Bass. Bass is my favorite aspect of the Alba. It has good quantity, not reaching the heights of bass hits, but enough for a very dynamic and exciting listen. Bass rendered on a dynamic driver is not the same as other drivers. Sub-bass is quite a thing to enjoy. It is dedicatedly authoritative and deep with good aspects of resonance. It then transitions into mid-bass naturally and not scooped out unnaturally. As such, this aids in the Meze having a lovely slightly thicker tonal weight. Transients on bass is decent, they score well in terms of dynamics, but when it comes to speed it is rather average. It isn't slow per se, but it isn't fast either. When it comes to bass details, it is decent, but I just wish for a tad bit more fine details. I would have liked a bit more coming out from the bass guitars. Mid-range, I found that the mid-range of the Alba to be completely inoffensive. It is where I'd say the Alba is simply easy to like. Vocals are quite beautiful on them, they are prominent and pretty distinct in the mix. They don't have a prominent upper mid peak, but enough for vocals to sound focused and distinct. I found that they have a natural warm tonal weight and should appeal to many. Resolution-wise, again, I found the Alba renders detail quite well, but for micro details, it is a little smooth over. But all in all, quite decent resolution, allowing you to enjoy the various layers of music. Treble extension on the Alba is decent, as it does not add much air to the overall tone. It delivers a gentle expression and is perfect for people who are just getting into the hobby, as it isn't overly energetic, which newer hobbies isn't accustomed to. Next up, Soundstage. Width and height. The Alba does staging quite averagely. It is neither too wide nor tall, nor can I say that they are an intimate sounding pair. As such, it delivers quite a standard imaging experience when it comes to width and height. Depth and positioning. The Alba does depth very well though. This is as I feel that the dynamics on it is actually pretty good as a whole. Positioning wise, it is average as well, as the treble performance is really quite average, hampering pinpoint positioning. Next up, some comparisons, firstly versus the Simgot Supermix 4. At this price point, you will naturally compete against one of the most popular IEMs of late, the Supermix 4. The Supermix 4 features a signature that is quite different from the Alba. It is dedicatedly warmer sounding than the Alba with a slightly thicker tonal weight, not to mention the Supermix 4 is really smooth sounding as well. There is something very alluring about how the Supermix 4 renders vocals with a thicker, creamier note weight by comparison, which is really silky and smooth sounding. The Alba, however, has a bit more upper mid attack, making vocals a little bit more prominent. In my review of the Supermix 4, I have noted that I wish for the Supermix 4 to have a bit more attack so that details can be a little bit more distinct. The Alba, on the other hand, has more attack, but I found that it does not have the micro details to keep up with regards to this. The Supermix 4 still maintains slightly better resolution despite the slight lack of attack. I think if you want a complete package out of the box so that you can enjoy music immediately, the Alba is the way to go, as they have included a deck and can let you immediately enjoy the music, providing that you are using a Type-C on your phone or have a Type-C out from your laptop or computer. Next up, versus the NF Audio NA2+. Against the NF Audio NA2+, which I recently just reviewed, the Alba is more well balanced when it comes to the overall tone. The NA2+, on the other hand, is a natural bright sounding IEM that isn't bass, but it makes that up by having one of the highest resolution that I've heard in this price point in terms of resolution. The Alba, on the other hand, has a more agreeable tone that most people can accept and enjoy. Sure, it might not have the biting resolution that the NA2+ have, but it makes up for that by allowing you to enjoy the music simply. So which to get between the two? If you love resolution, the choice is simple, just go with the NA2+. But if you want to enjoy your music, then the Alba is a must. Next up, some likes and dislikes about the Alba. What I like about the Alba is that it is a very complete package at its asking price point, allowing you to just plug and play with the included dongle deck. Furthermore, it has a tone that is mass appealing coupled with lovely dynamics. And next, what I do not like. Well, I think the most obvious thing is that mine has a big chip on the paintwork, so I can't really say that I like that very much. I treat most of my earphones the same. I don't baby them, I just use them, but to see a chip so fast is a little sad. Hopefully that does not happen to you. Next up, rating. So is this a blind buy, one to strongly consider, try first, or one that I will give to my enemies? I think the Alba is a very strong offering from Meze, and I urge you to strongly consider these. I think on the whole, they are like the Pokemon trading card game starter deck. It will give you everything to start enjoying, which is rather nice. I still wish for a bit more micro details, but heck, you cannot win everything. And finally, in conclusion, I think this is a very solid offering from Meze, and it is nice to see what they can do at this price point. As a first step to a more affordable product, they have done a good job. With that said, thank you guys so much for watching this episode of the Superchunk Super Audio Show. If you like the content so far, kindly press the like and subscribe button. And if you have already done so, you are a fantastic and lovely person. Please kindly be reminded that the challenge is on. So if I get like say 1,000 subscribers 2 weeks down from the date that I post this, I will introduce someone new to the channel. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope to see you guys soon.